Hey guys, Ruby here with Unorthodox Aquatics, and today I'm going to talk with you about the geocichlid.
I gave you my heart.
So, geos are found mainly in the Venezuela region of South America and are a really fun cichlid to have. Let's take a look at a pair of juvies I have here. So there's one of them back there under the rock, the bigger guy. There's another one in here somewhere. Oh, under the plant there. There he is. This is, I think, a pair of juvies, as far as I was told by the local seller I got them from. Fun cichlid to have. Pretty docile in nature. Where's the other one? Maybe I can see it better there. And a really beautiful South American cichlid to have in your aquarium. In the aquarium, these guys prefer soft bottoms. They're also called earth eaters. What they like to do is in mulchy or sandy areas, they will pick up the substrate in their mouth, kind of move it around for territory nesting purposes, and also kind of forage for food that way. These guys are somewhat docile cichlids and also somewhat shy, but they can become more brave and aggressive during things like feeding, breeding behaviors, especially when a bit larger. This setup I have is a 20 long that I had open with a couple of those Monte Cristo juvies in there as well that you see. So this obviously is not a permanent tank for them. These guys can get a little larger, a medium to larger size cichlid. A very minimum of 55 gallons, I'd say, is required for the minimum amount you would keep together. I'd say 2. They kind of tend to stick with their own species to feel more comfortable. So as you can see now, this one here is picking up sand with its mouth, moving it around, spitting it out off of that rock there. So that's typically what they do a lot of the times for their behavior. As you can see, it's the sand. And in the aquarium, these guys require tropical, about 75, between 75 and 81 degrees Fahrenheit for their temperature in the water. And these guys really typically prefer more pristine water conditions. A filtration rate of at least double capacity is really recommended for these guys. Weekly water changes of about 50% are recommended for these cichlids. Let's see what else. Also with the filtration, even though you want double capacity at least, which may be a larger filter, you might want to, especially if it's a hob, baffle the flow, because these guys too do kind of like slower moving or not very strong current waters. These guys are omnivorous. Sometimes they reside among, mulchy, leaf-littered bottoms, and they forage and nibble on that stuff a little bit too. Also, with vegetation in their diet, spirulina can be recommended to give them, necessary nutritional requirements, and that also brightens color for them. Here we've got this one picking up and spitting out sand, as you can see. So yeah, omnivores, you can feed them fresh or frozen foods, fresh fish, or like bloodworms. They'll eat larvae, worms when they're larger, things like that. These guys, like I said, can get a little defensive while breeding. you know, in their behavior, as far as that goes. So, you know, they will lay their eggs on a smooth surface after courtship, and the eggs will hatch in about 2 days. The female will readily take them into her mouth pretty much immediately. Sometimes the father will be present in raising, sometimes not. He may even go as far as to chase away the female and exhibit higher points of aggression after the eggs hatch, or after, you know, fry become free swimming. Just the presence of them, kind of. But other fathers will stick around and be present and non-aggressive toward the female and the fry as well. Now, between talking with the seller I got them from, he and I kind of determined and looked at definitive characteristics that determine this type of geo, because there are different types and species. And I think what we've come close to so far is Geophagus microzoster. So I think, you know, we won't really be able to tell a whole lot more until they get a little older, start displaying some more of those colors, physical characteristics, and things like that. Well, there you guys have it. This has been Ruby with Unorthodox Aquatics, and just came here today to touch on the Geophagus cichlid, and thank you guys for stopping by. I will see you guys next time.